Hi everyone, Keith here from the Sully Fantastic YouTube channel. So, quick message, this is for newbies. So if you're like me, you just started, you've only been going for a few months and you're getting into the YouTube video editing and making and preparing, please stay to the end because hopefully I'll give you some useful information on some stats. So some information about how long it took to generate this video, just so you can get an understanding of how long it's taken me to prepare what might be a 10-minute video, just so you can start getting an idea and gauging what you're doing and the activities that you're undertaking. So please stay to the end and I'll try and give you some stats for the newbies. So today I'm just going to do a short video on domain registration. I appreciate that there are many videos and YouTubers and reference sites out there on how to register a domain. But as a newbie, you don't quite appreciate sometimes how important it is to get your domain registered. So rather than spending 4, 5, 6 months on your YouTube channel or your Facebook page or other social media sites on a particular name, then to go and find that you want to create a website, you go to use that particular name and find that someone else has already registered it. So you're sort of in effect, you're marketing your niche against someone else's website. So what I did and what I recommend that you do for a small fee is go out, look at, decide what your niche name's going to be. So the one I'm going to use in the example is, assume that our niche is going to be selling sports socks. And I think I've mentioned this before, that actually there are some individuals out there, some entrepreneurs that have made quite a bit of money from selling just sports socks. But so we're gonna look for our niche, which is sports socks. So before I create my YouTube channel called Sports Socks, I need to see if the the domain name is available. So we'll have a look at how to look at and register your domain name. Now, I use Bluehost.com. I carried out a lot of research in the beginning to find the best host service, and Bluehost was one of the top ones that came out for continuity of service, access to service. I also now I have an affiliated link with Bluehost services, so if you link on and go through to Bluehost on the link below, you'll get some discounts on your first year's web hosting or domain registration. So what we'll do now is I'll jump onto the computer and just talk you through how to register a domain. So as mentioned, I use Bluehost.com as my service provider. I found them to be very good over the last 3 or 4 months. You're looking for a provider that can continue working with you and be able to grow with you as you grow. So in our niche, we've decided that our niche is going to be on sports socks. So let's go to domains. So here is the domain extension, which is .com. We can select here .online, site, .co.uk. Generally, I've found on the research that I've undertaken that most sites or influencers recommend you go with .com, but if you're a UK, you might want to go .co.uk. So we said sports socks, type in sports socks.com, search. So just looking for, unfortunately, sportssocks.com is unavailable. So if we go back, let's try something different. Let's try sportssocks.com. Let's search. So congratulations, this one's actually available, so you can add it to the cart. So when adding the domain name that you finally found that's available to cart, I'd also add domain privacy to each domain that you register. What this provides is a buffer to stop all the junk email and other spamming that you can get when your personal information such as your email address, etc., is out in the public domain. When you have the domain privacy protection Bluehost intercept all of that junk email, all that spam email, and you don't get any. So I've had my site now running for about 4 months. I purchased the domain privacy protection, and I've had not one junk email or one spam from anybody outside of Bluehost. Bluehost send me a regular update every now and again, but I haven't had any junk email. So add that to cart. So you're looking at domain purchase for 1 year is $11.99, and your privacy protection is $11.88. So it's a total of $24 to hold that domain name topsportsocks.com. So from here, you then select continue. You then put all in your personal billing information, email address, name, address, and then it will process through to your payment method. One key piece of information that you need to remember is that at the end of 12 months, if you don't renew the domain registration purchase, then someone else can step in and purchase that domain name. If you've got a brand that's working really well, the last thing you want is for you to lose your domain name. So you can register for longer periods, but initially you're trying to keep costs low. So what you don't want to do is go and purchase a 5-year domain name unless you have the funds available. You must remember and put a calendar event in your diary so that in 11 months time you know to renew that domain name. That's really important. That can catch you out. Someone can purchase it and then try and sell it back to you at extremely inflated costs. So it's worth ensuring that you have some way of knowing when to renew your domain registration. So another important point to remember here is what you've actually done is you've reserved topsportsocks.com domain name. You've not created any web hosting services. You don't have a website or anything else. You have purely held and retained topsportsocks.com. No one else can take this website address or this domain name for the next 12 months. You now hold it. So if when you get to a point that you want to create your own website, you can do, and you can also transfer the domain name. If you find that you don't want to use Bluehost, you want to use one of the many other web hosting services out there, you can transfer for a fee. You can transfer the domain name. But the important thing is no one else can take that name away from you. You've got it ready in the background for when you're ready to use it. Now you've seen how straightforward it is to register a domain. So you've now registered the domain name topsportsocks.com. That's now yours for 12 months until the registration expires. Now you can go off, create a YouTube channel, create your Facebook page, Instagram, all the other social media areas, safer in the knowledge that you know you've got the website address, and when you're ready to use, or you've got the domain name. So when you're ready to use that domain name and create that website to support all your other online activities, you've now got it, rather than you go out, you set your YouTube up, your Facebook up, and then find that someone else has got that domain name, and you then may be getting into a bidding battle. One of the things I'll go cover in a future video is there are lots of organisations, lots of websites that purchase domain names which they feel it's a gamble, it's an investment, where they purchase a name, hold on to it, and then try and sell it or auction that domain name off. Taking the topsportsocks.com domain, these sites may gamble and think that within the next 12 to 24 months that site may be wanted by somebody. Therefore they'll register it. You'll either then, when you go to register the domain, you'll be able to contact the person that owns it, see if they want to sell it, or they may then put it up for auction. You're then having to pay more than the annual registration fee of $12, because some of these sites, depending on the name, can range anything from several $100s up to thousands of dollars, depending on how catchy the name is. So it's worth getting in quick, get your name, start your online presence with the name that you want, even if you're not going to use the create website straight away. So I hope you find this really useful. I hope that it helps you get the online presence that you want by getting the domain that you want, rather than putting in lots of work and effort and wasting that and then trying to figure out a way around getting the name you want by using something like .org.uk or .net, which is not really a domain reference you want to be using at the moment. So this last part of the video is for anyone that wants to know how long it's roughly taken to prepare the video to get ready for upload. I'll take a screen video of the video editing I've undertaken today, so you can get to see how much and the effort that it's taken to prepare what is a 10-11 minute video. And like I've said in previous videos, until you get started producing these videos, it's difficult to improve. So hopefully, although this is the 4th video in my YouTube channel, hopefully you can start to see the sound quality is getting a little bit better, the backdrop is getting a little bit better, and that you're gradually starting to see those improvements. I can't emphasize enough, again, you have to start before you can start making improvements and getting out there. So anyway, I'll flick onto the screen so you can see just sort of what the video editing looked like. So just using my mobile phone, you can see this is the video editing, and I use HitFilm Express. But you can see that if I just zoom in, for what is just over a 10-11 minute video for YouTube, there are a number of clips and elements that I've put into this video. This has taken probably the best part of 7 to 8 hours from concept to actually uploading. So I've pretty much spent the whole day preparing this video, editing, retaking. I must have taken probably in the region of about 40 to 50 clips of video. I undertake separate audio and then mix the audio, because the audio with the camera that I use, the Coolpix, isn't very good, and therefore I'm mixing audio in. But yeah, you can see lots of video editing, and it's taken about, say, 7 to 8 hours. So I hope that's of use as well. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Again, like all other YouTubers, please subscribe, hit that like button, and please let me have any comments that you might have on the video, any questions, any topics that or areas that I may have raised that you want further information on. I really want to engage with newbies and experienced YouTubers. Experienced YouTubers, if you can see that I'm doing something wrong, or that newbies like myself would benefit from your advice, please add some comments and I'll share that in future videos and across the Facebook. Anyway, I look forward to seeing you all in the next YouTube video. Thanks very much.